Let the whole world know.
Right, so then, guys, this is part 3 of the talk with Tommy Haddon. We obviously had to split it, like I said in the last video. We've split it into 3 parts. So this is the final part now. So we hope you enjoy. We hope you've enjoyed the last 2 parts. It was great speaking to Tommy, and it was lovely to have him on. So thanks again, Tommy, for that. Much appreciated. Right, I'll let you enjoy this, and I'll don't forget, please don't forget, like and subscribe as well. We'd really appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Enjoy.
And there's one final thing like we're going to touch on in terms of the club and the whole picture of the club to finish out our session with you. Again, Adam set these questions, and they're great questions. Honestly, he's done a blinder tonight. He has. So in terms of the club, what's the long-term vision for the club, and balancing that ambition off with financial stability and the realities of operating at this level?
Yeah, and I think the financial abilities is a really, really crucial point, right? We've got to be financially stable. You can't, you see, again, Ringmer knows too well this because of, like I said before I was here, the previous club went bankrupt, unfortunately, and had to sell its ground. So they know all too well about that. That said, we do need to progress. We do want to progress. I want to progress as a manager. My management team, we want to continue our journey. It's been, like I say, I'm 12 years deep. Me and Hart together are 10, nearly 11 years deep. We want to continue our journey together. We do want to push as far as we can. Again, as I said in the very beginning of this, I never thought I'd be a manager. Now that I'm in it, I want to see how far we can continue to do this.
Got that taste.
Can we? Can we? Yeah, exactly. Got a taste. Look at people like Mark White. An unreal job that he's done at Dorking, and they were in our league 10, 15 years ago, where we were, literally in our Mid-Sussex League. I'm not saying that I'm Mark White, by the way, before I get pelters for that either. I'm just saying.
The trolls will be coming for you on that one, mate.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. There's the bit they needed. But
there we go. That's a soundbite.
Exactly. But that journey that he's been on would be incredible. And I don't think, will I ever get there? I don't know about that. But I'd love to see how far we can go. And with Ringmer, look, there's a great platform. There's a fantastic platform with the pitch, the second one going in. We've got a lovely stadium. It's only 5 years old. It's absolutely fantastic. That said, they also know there is a ceiling at Ringmer because of the committee don't want to pay because they were burnt last time and it's in the constitution and all that sort of stuff. So there is hurdles, but I'm sure they want to continue as well, how far as they can go. And at the moment, I'm very happy where we are, and we just continue it and we keep pushing. I'd love next season to see if we can win. At the moment, we should hopefully. The aim was to stay in this division. We're sitting 12th out of the 18 teams. We are 8 points off playoffs, 9 points off relegation. So we are, a very Palace mid-table performance at the moment. But we next season, I'd love to see push for the playoffs and maybe that step 5 football, who knows. But I want to continue what we're doing. I want to continue where we are. I love this. I think I don't know what I'd do my Saturdays if I didn't have non-league football. It's been such a part of my life 25 years now that, again, I don't know what I do. And I think the wife would probably kick me out of the house very quickly because I'd be unbearable to live with on a Saturday because I didn't have something to release my energy, right? I need the energy release. I need to get out and let football off. And look, Ringmer's been brilliant to me and to us as a management team. But I just want to keep going. I don't know. I just keep going to where we can do and see where it takes us, because football is a hell of a journey and a sport we all love for reasons that it divides people, it brings people together. It's fantastic, right?
I like
it. It is football. I've made a lot of friends through football, through going Mickle through going derby matches. Even when I lived in Stoke at the time, I met a person in this, watching football in the stand. Still speak to him, still keep in contact with him. Yeah, it's crazy. I love football.
There's so many managers that I wanted to talk to when I came up through the pyramid, and that I talk to now that have become friends. There's managers I talk to in 2 or 3 divisions above me. There's managers I talk to 5, 6 divisions below us that I talk to all the time. And how you getting on? How's things going? How you finding football? They're asking me what us levels like and how we're getting on. And it's a community. Us managers, we coaches, we do talk to each other. As much as there is a rivalry on a Saturday when we walk on the pitch. I mean, we're not all, there's managers I'm not friends with, don't get me wrong, and there's some Saturday afternoons where we have a little bit of a battle and we don't talk, and that's fine. But there are lots of managers that 9 times out of 10, before a game we'll have a chat, during the game we'll stay away from each other, and then after the game we have a good chat about things, and we talk and we exchange numbers and we catch up over voice notes. And I think that's really, I love that. And I, as I said before, as the type of manager I am, I think I'm learning all the time. The more people I can get information from and the more people I can lean on will only improve me, will improve my management team, will improve the club. Some people think that it's again, I said before, us and them. I really don't think that. I think that it should be, you're always learning, aren't you? You know, you're never too old to learn. And I think the more information you can grab from people, the more you can open your eyes to things and take what you want from it. Yeah, look, not every piece of advice is great advice, or every bit of management they tell you something, it's not what you want to hear, but you can take snippets from it and use it. Training sessions, way they play, talking about opposition is really important. And I think, as you said there, Adam, football is a community and everyone loves football. And I think even just talking to the fans on a Saturday, I love that. I love walking out. The Ringmer, they've started to clap us off. They wait at the gate now and clap us back through the tunnel. And that little moment for the lads is just, it just gives you that little buzz. You go in the change after a win, it's just incredible. Your little buzz, you go in there. Those little things are what football is about. Scoring goals and winning games is great, but those little things that bring people together every Saturday, that come down and watch, that take time out of their lives to pay with their money to come watch us, is incredible.
It's like me yesterday with Mikolova. I was clapping the players off, and you could see that they were down in the dumps because they'd just lost 2-0. And I went, "Come on, lads, chin up, heads up, go again next week." And it's like, even the manager come past, he went, "I'm sorry, lads. He just looked really, really down in the dumps. And I just went, "It's all right, Gav, don't worry about it, mate. Just heads up, keep your chin up, and just go again." Nothing you can do about it. You're not going to win them all.
Yeah. One thing I have
no one likes losing.
No. But I think that would have meant a lot to him. Me saying that as a fan would have meant a lot to him, and it would have meant a lot to the players.
I had my worst. I had my worst defeat this season. I had my worst defeat this season. I lost 7-1 away at Worthing United. It was horrendous. I've never lost by so many in my life. It was one of the worst nights that I've ever experienced on a Tuesday night. And I remember just coming off the pitch and just wanting the world to swallow me up. I had to do an interview with the guy I do, Will, who does my social media. I had to do an interview with him and stand in front of a camera. I've been and seen the lads already and said to them, "Look, I'm not a shouty person, as you can probably tell by now. I'm a person that goes on. You've disappointed me, and I feel upset about it, and that's how you guys react to it. I don't shout at them. There's no point. I don't think you get a reaction from that stuff." But I then had to go outside and stand in front of a camera and not unload on a camera and upset the lads, because I know that I need them next week. But those little moments of people afterwards messaging me on the way home, I got 6-7 messages from people I talk to regularly, plus another 10 messages probably from people who I know around football who went, "Look, don't worry about it. It's done. You learn from it, you move on from it, and you will come back from it." And at the time, I couldn't see, I could see a way. I couldn't, not drastic, I couldn't see a way back, but I could, at the time, it was like, "Oh God, we've lost 7-1 and this is really hard." But now look at us, we've settled down, we've got going, and they were right. There was a way back. It was how you react to those situations, right? And I've always been a person, the glass is half full, in my opinion. It's not half empty. It never is. And I'm always a person that tries and find a positive, even in your worst times at 7-1, even in life, your worst times, there's always a positive to grab hold of, and it's how you react to those situations, right? And I think as a gaffer, you have to be like that. I say to the lads quite a lot, I'm like a swan, right? On the surface, I'm nice and calm and collected, and then underneath, I'm paddling like bollocks to keep going. But those little things, those little things are really important to them and to me. Is that it will get better. The more you put into it, it will get better.
That's awesome.
Do you know what? It's been amazing to listen to your story from being a manager. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I've learned a lot, and I've learned a lot just by talking to you.
This is it.
I didn't know what went on, and getting all the insight to what's going on behind the club, what happens behind the scenes, your training, your analysis. It's incredible, absolutely incredible.
And that's why I started my social media, right? And that is why people say to me, "Why are you putting yourself on camera for people to just, hammer you, or why are you doing that?" Because I want to document the journey of not my journey, but also the journey of, like you said there, your gaffer that you saw on Tuesday night, last night, sorry.
Yeah.
All those gaffers, coaches, physios, management staff, committees, volunteers that are doing this every single week, every single Tuesdays, Thursdays, Wednesdays, whatever it may be, Saturdays. The reason I started my social media and on TikTok and Instagram is because I wanted to document what I'm not the only person doing this. There are millions of us out there every single week who give up time to do what we do as a passion. And I think it should be important that people see how much goes in. And I only put drips and drabs on my social media. What I've told you tonight is, no one wants to see me doing the laundry, so I don't put that on there. No one wants to see me picking, no one wants to see me talking to my coaches. Yeah, well, maybe I could do one for you, Adam. I'll tag you in it. But no one wants to see me talking to my coaches about boring stuff that, why we're picking him. But the important stuff like the running of the club, that's why I've done a videos day, try and do it daily or at least every other day, so people know that you think we turn up on a Saturday and play, go home, train on a Tuesday, go home and turn up on a Saturday again. You really don't. There's so much in between that, and that's so important.
And it's a bit of advertisement for the club as well. Get the club out there.
Oh yeah, and
get people come and support him.
Absolutely.
That's why I do my vlogs. That's why I do the vlogs for Mickleover, because not many people knew. Hodge didn't know about Mickleover till I went with him. Told him about them. I'd never been myself. I've only started going for the past year and a half.
I'm very fortunate that in London, particularly in my area, like Wandsworth and Tooting and Sutton, etc., we've got so many clubs. I mean, we're literally within like 10 minutes in the car, I've probably got like 20 non-league clubs, and so like I'm really lucky. But there'll be places in towns where say Premier League football, Championship football, and probably like financially it's just not an option for people to like, especially like going as a family group and all that. And I mean, I'm like I say, I'm a Chelsea fan, and I didn't have my membership last year because I thought it's so hard to get tickets and it was so expensive. And then that was what kind of prompted me to go along to a non-league game. And then for like the price of like say 2 Premier League tickets, I did a whole season going off and watching. It was like I think I did about 18 different clubs and grounds and something like that at the same cost it would have cost. And that's what I would actually say to anyone. If anyone that watches this back and all that, and if you love football and you want to take your kids to football, and it's a great community environment as well that you don't get at high level football in the EFL and in the Premier League, even League One, League Two. Go along and watch some non-league football, because you will gain a love and a passion for a local club that will transcend well beyond what you could experience it, following and up and down with a big club. And do you know what? It's accessible. Your kids are going to be able to stand at the side of the pitch, and they're going to be able to see, what will become their heroes, and that like literally within touching distance.
Well, prime example, my son Kieran, he goes to Mickleover with me. He knows the players' names now. He never ever knew who they were. It's like he knows Dalesy, he knows Brevin, he knows Jack, the goalkeeper. It's like he's learned a lot from just going with me.
Yeah,
and
that's why
behind the scenes
at that level.
Yeah, he's learned a lot.
And our social media
coming with me.
Sorry, go on. Our social media team, are so important with that. Will, who heads it, and then we've got 3 or 4 guys and girls underneath who tweet on match days, and we do this little thing on match day where we tweet the lineup and we tweet the front cover of the player, and then if they're in the lineup, which they normally are, they're in gold. So those little things like that, there's little tweaks so you can associate that his name is John Smith or whatever because his name's lit up in gold. It's this guy today, and they get to know them and they understand. Oh, that's that player. Okay, I've seen him. And those little tweaks like that in non-league are what make it all
massive,
accessible, like you've said, right? You go down, you meet the managers, you meet the coaches, you see even the referees, and you see it up close, and you see all the people that do it. Yeah, if you support Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, whatever, if they're not at home that day and you haven't, go find a non-league club and pop in there, because one, the money will be massively appreciated coming in through the gate, and two, you know what, you might just love it and you might come back because it's such good fun. Like if you jump into it and open your eyes to it, there's a whole world out there where you'll really enjoy it and you'll become part of something. And I'll tell you what, I reckon that if a lot of people did that, they would never go back to the big clubs if they actually jumped into it, because they'll be addicted to it.
Yeah, same. I haven't. I've hardly watched Derby the past 2-3 months. I've been going live on a Hodge before that,
Yeah,
and I haven't.
yeah.
I've been rather going Mickle instead. I'd rather support a club
There
for
you go, Adam.
£12 to get through the
That's what I
gates.
mean.
I'd rather support them than a big club Derby that have got millions in the bank. I'd rather go and support Mickle.
Yeah.
And I do
Mickle
enjoy
actually
watching
have a
it.
really good, they have a really good saying,
As you said there,
which is,
yeah. And as you said there a minute, Adam, when you were going off and you were clapping the players off, and you get to know them, and is it your son? So he said knows their names or whatever. No one at Derby, without no offence, Adam, but no one at Derby knows who you are. It's like they'll remember you. Now you've been going, they'll be going, oh, that guy that stands there. Oh yeah, I see him. Yes, the players in their heads will know you and talk and see. Oh, that guy's here again. Every week they'll recognise you, and then you become, like you say, that's what it's about. It's becoming part of that supporter group, right?
Yeah, and this is a prime example. One of the players that has not played for a while, and I saw him at the match the other night, and he come over and shook my hand. He went, "Hi, mate,
Yep.
nice to see you again." And I had a little chat to
There
him
you go.
about him. I tried to get an interview with him, but obviously he was busy. He was doing his training that on the pitch. So because he'd been injured, he went off to Belper Town and was through an injury. He hadn't played for 4 months, so he's now gone off out on loan to try and get some game time. And I said to him, I said, I hadn't seen you for a while. You or your brother, because they're both twins, you see, the Carter brothers. And he's gone to Hena as well. So he's going off to Hena on loan with his brother just to get game time. And it's like, he come over and shook my hand. And I went, good luck to you, pal. I said, I hope you score 100 goals. He went, I hope so and all. Just like having a little banter with him. It was amazing. I've never had a Derby player say that to me.
They're the little things, right? The Derby players, again, the Palace players, Chelsea players, yourself, Hodgie, well, they take their shirts off, they walk off the pitch, they might throw the shirt in the crowd and walk off down the tunnel and never see them again, right? They go home to their lives, and that's great. They deserve everything they get. They're the top, as I said, part one, they are the top footballers in the country, in the world, who are perfect at what they do. At this level, they're part of you. They understand it. They go to their jobs. They're plumbers, they're bricklayers, they're bus drivers. They go and do their day jobs. But then they on the football pitch on Saturday, they're adored by you, and also they adore you. They do. I know when I walk on the pitch and look at the people that I see regularly, I go, friendly face. They're here. I'm glad they're here today. And it makes my Saturday. I look forward to seeing them faces every week.
Yeah, it's like going to all these non-league games, like, and I've got no like emotional ties to any of them, but I'm like, whoever's scoring, I'm sitting in the stand and I'm buzzing. There was one clip when I was at Rains Park, and they had a young lad, very talented. I can't remember his name now off the top of my head, but where I was sat in the stand, they had a direct free kick, and this kid steps up left foot, mate, and it bends it perfectly, top bins. And I sent the clip actually directly to the club. I said, listen, I was behind him as he took the free kick. Have that footage, use it however you like. I don't want nothing for it or nothing like that. Plaster it all over your social media, do whatever you want with it, because that was just like I said, I was just buzzing, like watching him stick that top in in that, and I just love it. And I love the real. It's just real football as well. There's none of this rolling around on a pitch and crying and screaming, and there was a bit of, like, the game had the red card the other night at Carshalton, and there was a bit of niggle and it was going off a little bit, and the crowd were getting involved, and it was just amazing. And I think there was like 200 people there. And particularly like Carshalton, they got a little section behind the goal where they called a choir, and they move from half to half, and they on the website they actually invite people to come and join the choir. It's like, if you're coming down, even like you don't know the words, here's the lyrics to all of our chants, so come and join in with the choir and all that and meet the choir. And it just it just fosters such a great atmosphere. I love it.
I agree.
Well, it's like
that's what non-league is, and that's why it's fashionable, isn't it? It's fashionable to be non-league, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's like what Hodge just said. Like I went to watch Derby Women, because I watched them as well. And there was a goalkeeper for Lincoln. She was one of the women goalkeepers, and she made a save, and I was behind the goal, and I'd recorded it. Oh. So I heard myself then. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I sent her the clip. I sent the actual clip of this saving and she replied back to me, "Thank you very much, appreciate it." I said, "Just use it however you want it. I'm not bothered."
Yeah,
and I just thought it was a nice little thing to do. People appreciate it.
It's very fashionable now to be. It's very fashionable to be in non-league now. It's very fashionable to watch non-league. It's very fashionable for you guys to go around like you do, filming it. and we've got 3 or 4 that come around. They'll do it. I'm really good friends with a couple of them down here. The SNLF podcast is them guys. They go around filming games. Lee Penn at Football Long Legal Adventures. He goes around filming games for us, mate. They come around. They become part of it. They go on a little circuit and they talk to gaffers and they come see us and we talk to them and they get footage of lads' goals and they send it to to me and I give it to the lads and they go, "Oh, this is class. Thank God he came down and watched my goal." Again, those little things like that, they go a long way and
means so much.
It all helps.
Means a lot.
Yeah, TikTok now and Instagram and Twitter and it's all built. The non-league is building and building and building now. Where you can see it's more accessible and you can see it. It's good. It's so good to see.
It's mad. It's great. I love it. Just absolutely love it. And thank you very much for coming.
What a perfect and positive way to bring the episode to a close there.
Unbelievable.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, I really
thank you very much.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been amazing, mate. Like, we can't thank you enough. I mean, we're only a little, let's say, a little small podcast, and we're hoping to shine a bit of a light, even as small as it is, on non-league football as well as focusing on our teams and that. But non-league's a passion for both of us, and if we can just maybe get 1 or 2 extra bums on seats, like when we go and do our little bits around the grounds and that, then if it helps, it helps.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And
I've got some friends who probably come on as well if you want.
I've had a word with you as well, Hodgie. I'll try and get down and get a game of yours if I can.
Yeah.
It's getting down to you, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not cheap. Trains aren't cheap. Accommodation is not cheap.
Traveling for football in general is not cheap.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've probably got some, like I say, there's some gaffers that I talk to that would happily probably come on here as well. So if you need more
that'd be amazing.
Future, just drop me a message. There's loads of good guys down here that have got really interesting stories and been on journeys similar to myself.
We want them all.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk after.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, there we go. That's TFP #13. You have been watching me, Hodgie, him,
and me, Adam. Who's him?
And our amazing guest on the show tonight, mind of the gaffer, Mr. Tommy Haddon from Ringmer AFC. And what a pleasure it's been. Honestly, my mind has been. I've been excited and buzzing for this all week, and my mind's been blown.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Tommy. It's much appreciated.
Cheers, guys.
There we go. So don't forget, folks, if you want to get in contact with the show, and please, if you've got any questions for Tommy, drop them in the comments, because then we can relay them onto him. And then hopefully, if he's enjoyed himself tonight, he'll come back on and we can maybe feature some of them questions and comments to him. If you want to get in contact with the show, you can do so through the socials. Adam will link all them in. And you can do it the old-fashioned way by dropping us an email on talkfootballpdc@gmail.com. So there we go.
Thank you very much for watching, all. Cheers for joining us, Tommy.
Cheers,
guys.
See you on the next episode.
Peace.